So now, what are stargates? Um, Now we would imagine a stargate, or in the spiritual community, or in the in the conscious aware community, there's a lot of memes and a lot of information being shared about stargates and what they are. Now, a lot of people are into too much science and sci-fi and think that a stargate is some kind of device to break through the space-time continuum and to actually take your body into a different space and time and location. Now, that is true, but what's going on here is that you are not actually taking your physical body anywhere. You are actually summoning space and time in yourself, meaning that your spirit, is actually a gasless, shapeless, odorless form. Your spirit is no thing. And it having the ability to be no thing, it can become everything. That's why a lot of people in the East, if you really study, will teach things like when you become nothing, you learn to embody everything because you are really nothing. You're just embodying these things temporarily as a virtue and as a principle. So now, what happens when we create space for us to embody new things and we understand stargates and we understand subconscious travel, which is what stargates, because all a stargate is a portal to a conscious awareness or realm or space of being and doing and seeing. So now, if you look at this zodiac wheel right there, those are all stargates. Those are all portals through space and time. But the better you learn astrology and astronomy, which is mathematical precision of where the planets are, you can kind of learn to amplify your energy and create rituals and create spells for yourself that help you travel to certain spaces and gather certain energy and ionize those energies, because us being in this weak shape and form, we can't really experience the whole universe. We can only experience from our third dimensional awareness. So when you travel through stargates, you're just summoning information to you. You're not really necessarily going anywhere. It may feel like that in your mind, like you might be with a friend and y'all might be in a party and y'all might be drinking and smoking a lot, and your friend might be like, "Oh, dude, man, I'm gone. Like my head is not in my head no more." Yeah, they're just somewhere in a space and in a location, but their physical body's still here. But now they're vibrating in that frequency, in that wave of energy of I don't know. So man, it gets deeper because the government, they have psychics and they put them on like drugs to boost and enhance the psychic and mental abilities to travel to these realms and bring these information back to this realm so that they can use it to create basically technologies and things like that in order to trap your spirit in their realm, because that's what they do. They use these stargates to travel to realms beyond the earth to get information, technologies, technicalities, sigils and signs to bind you guys with. And they've already been doing this for centuries. The priest in Egypt has been traveling through the stars for centuries. The people in Sumeria has been traveling through the stars and bringing that information back throughout centuries. So this is not nothing new. We've always been doing this, but because of the rulers of society that don't want us to understand how to start using interstellar travel with our chakras for ourselves, they want to keep the masses ignorant of this, because when we understand how to interstellar travel, we can start to bring our own virtues and principles into this realm, and we can embody them, and we can create something that will take the eyes of the whole world, meaning the attention of the world will no longer be on the governments, on the finances, because we will be capable of creating a system from the true virtues, from the true principles, from the true space and time, where that idea even came from, space and time. Like, think about it. Right now, you go to work, you're doing someone else's job, but that is nothing but an energy. Going to work is nothing but an energy, and that's Capricorn. That's status, getting a reputation for yourself. Because Capricorn also represent when the sun is in the what is it called, when the sun is at its lowest declination, and it is in the fall going to winter. But the reason they show you Capricorn is because the sun at that point is now climbing back into Aries so that it can start to bring back heat in the spring period. So when you start to understand the astronomical locations and the astrological meaning, the significance of these things, and you understand the time of the day to day, because every day is based on a time. For example, today's Thursday, which actually comes from Thor's day, the Greek god Thor, which also means Jupiter's day. So when you understand the significance of today, what it meant, what it means, you can start to create rituals and spells and start to plan your day accordingly, because we're all dealing with these energies anyway. We're all consciously experiencing this, and like we're all experiencing Gemini, which is just nothing but our environment, our immediate surrounding, our 3D environment. It could be you could be at your house, and the environment you're dealing with is your fourth house. That's your family. So that's your Cancer. That's the people in your family. So how do you express that energy? Because that energy is not actually even from Earth. We're just actually using the remnants of those energies to build ourselves, to understand, oh, okay, the world is bigger than I've been thought. So you're telling me that there's an energy that I'm not using that can make my life better? So over time, these things become Allah, become Jesus, become Buddha, become Muhammad, and we deify it and we personify these things. But these things are just energies. These things are just stargates. Whenever you hear stories of, oh, Muhammad went on a goat and he flew to heaven and came back. Yeah, that's just a story about you using your chakras and you going to a space and location that's not normally perceived on Earth, and you bringing back the significance and the use of that energy and you being able to use it. This is why you get thoughts and feelings of varying qualities and varying temperaments and varying degrees, because we are always summoning these things to us. So we're not necessarily traveling anywhere. We're actually just bringing these things to us. And that's why you have things like conjurers, sorcerers, wizards, and all of that. But it's not, but again, it's not within the context that society is trying to keep you, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to put you in a spot or in a mental position where you're aloof of this shit. You're not aware of this shit as much as the motherfuckers running the show, the Jews, the Jesuits, the Masons. But when you understand what real magic is, you can really start to use this shit every single minute, day, moment of your life. And when you start to understand that you are God as well, and you are actually trying to ionize God within your body, you're ionizing God, you're condensing matter, the quantum field, you're condensing the quantum field into your body, into your chakras, into your minds, and you're externalizing that. And that's how people go about getting like charismatic gifts, because they have ionized themselves enough, and now they are sure of themselves enough. So when you see them now, you see the Father, you see God, you see one walking with Jesus. But it's not really they're walking one with Jesus, they're just walking one with the 360, with the true virtues, with the true principles of where these ideas even came from. So your idea of even having a family came from Cancer. Your ideas of creating a stage for what wants to be seen came from Leo. And these are not literally signs in the sky. These are spaces and times and directions of energy. That's why when Muslims pray, they pray to Mecca. They pray to Mecca in a direction. Your mind and your chakras, like the planet, is traveling in directions based on the rotation of this field we are in and how it faces those bodies that we call stars, that are planets, that are affecting our conscious awareness here on Earth, and sometimes affecting our conscious awareness down to our physical bodies, because our physical bodies are nothing but a manifestation of our conscious awareness, which is our thoughts and feelings that travel over time. See what I'm saying? So Stargates is nothing but energy that you can use as your bitch. And the more you let your pastor, imam, or teacher tell you, oh, that's an unknown thought, that's an unknown feeling. Yeah, no shit, because you're experiencing the unknown. Out there is the unknown. It's the subconscious realm. You're so scared of the unknown, the subconscious realm, that you actually begged to be alive today, because you don't know what to do out there. So you're like, God, I want to be alive. I want to be alive. I want to be alive. I want to live. I want to live. Oh, so you want to live? You know, live spelled backwards is evil. So we all stuck really as spirits, but we're trying to figure out our way back to ourselves. Because that's what matters, man. That's what matters. Yeah, man. We're gonna indefinitely see y'all in the next video. And this is Stargates. And what are they? And how to travel them, man. Real shit.